Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Well, it is time for the update final review on the Taylor 114 CE Grand Auditorium acoustic electric cutaway. Now this is a Venetian cutaway, of course. This is the newer version, so give you a little bit of details on it. We've got some really cool black binding on the body. We've got walnut sides and back. Arch back as well, so no framing required on the bottom of this thing. Adds some nice extra bass as well as volume output for the guitar that way too, because these are thinner profile guitars. We do have a solid Sitka spruce top on this thing. Resonates very well. They only put a light varnish coat on this. It's actually like a satiny kind of thing. It shows the natural grains in the wood and really makes them really pop really nice, especially any kind of wavery effects and that in the wood just shows up. It's like, oh, that's so cool. The neck is actually made out of rock maple with an ebony fretboard, ebony bridge. I upgraded to tusk bridge pins on this one. I was going to go ebony, tried them out, they didn't quite fit right, so I went and I got the tusk ones and they work rather well. There's an ebony overlay on the top of the headstock, of course, and I upgraded from the black plastic yucky truss rod cover to a ebony one. And I was just the only thing I've really upgraded at all other than the bridge pins. The tuners, actually, you believe it or not, they don't tell us the ratio of these tuners. I was like, okay, well, they're chrome tuners. That's all they got for us. Like they don't even have the Taylor name stamped on them. So they're like, are they just cheap tuners? I don't know. They work pretty good though. I'll give them that. I am going to be upgrading to better quality tuners, but I'm kind of torn right now between going with gold tuners, because I think they'd look good, or going with black tuners. And I'm just trying to find the right style in either one, and then I'm going to pick. I'm thinking black might go actually better, because there is a bit of black on here, so nice contrast. There's nothing else gold on here, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I do have a gold fetish issue, but I might go with black in the end. But different type of keys, of course. But anyways, so we're looking at a $1,200 guitar in Canada, currently selling at Long McQuaid. If you are in Canada, there's about 20 stores in our province, so I'm in Ontario, that actually have stock right now. But Canadian wide, there's probably a whackload of them, left and right-handed ones. But I actually had put this thing against a 314 CE. This one was put against a 400 series, I think it was, on YouTube, and I still think this one was better than the much higher end Taylor. It's all in your preference, the fit of the guitar to your body, the sound. It's something it's a personal thing when you're buying a guitar. It has to be something that you really feel comfortable with. Something that you just have been searching for and you just can't do without anymore. You must have it. And though I had the 314 CE, which is a really nice guitar, don't get me wrong, this thing smoked it in my opinion for less than half the money. And of course the 314 is made in USA, this one's made in Mexico, but it doesn't matter where it's made. It's the guitar itself, how you connect with it. And I really super connected with this thing. And even after trying the 314 again, which I could have bought in it back, it's like something about this one, and I wasn't thinking price because I don't care. What's $2,500 versus $1,200? Well, it's a lot of money, but to me, it's about, do I connect with it strong enough, And this thing really got my attention. So, anyways, that's a bit of the guitar. I personally really love the guitar. I really do. And you know, if this thing ever like got hurt too badly to fix it or whatever, I would buy another one if I could find one. I am also looking at a Taylor Koa Deluxe too as my last and only other acoustic that I'll ever buy. I've been making a lot of, I would say for me, probably smart decisions in the last while as far as my gear goes. I'm deciding that I'm only going to keep gear that I'm definitely going to really be addicted to and really want to play and do things with, as opposed to having a huge collection and go, hey, look what I got, because it really doesn't matter in the end, you know. So I don't buy guitars to even worry about value gaining. I don't care if this thing gains. I don't care if it loses, you know, for value. It's an instrument that I happen to really love playing. I love the sound of it. You know, when the frets wear out, they'll just get replaced, you know, and away we go and go do it again, you know what I mean? And the fret is actually, I'm surprised, the frets are actually doing quite well for this thing, considering the majority of the time I'm playing the entire fretboard, you know. I don't just stick in one spot, you know, even when I'm using a capo on different spots, but I also play the entire fretboard even without a capo. And I'm, you know, I play my guitars, you know, I strum them real good, and, you know, I mean, I'm not a heavy gripper, mind you, but, you know, I do play my guitars, you know, so that's the thing. And this thing has been doing exceptionally well for me. I love listening to it on recordings too. The pickup system is actually pretty good. The expression system too, they call it. It actually works rather well, so I can't complain about that. How good a pickup will sound does have a lot to do with the quality of the pickup, obviously. That's one major thing, but also how those settings are dialed in between the guitar and your mixing system too, how well that sound is going to come out, and how you have it hooked up into your sound system and all that other jazz, right? So I would say in the overall, even just plugging the expression system to even direct into an amplifier, which I do have a video where I did a bit of a demo on this thing, or I plugged it into my Katana 100 I had, because it had an acoustic preamp. This thing actually sounds quite good, you know, and I play it all the time at church through our sound system there. Through the main PA speakers, it sounds beautiful. Through a stage monitor, it's sound. I don't like the sound of a stage monitor, to be honest. You get a lot of confusion, and you can't really reproduce that sound, because stage monitors aren't designed to actually reproduce the sound of an acoustic guitar very well. But you do with what you do. You know, in-ear monitors would be the best way to go, to be honest. Then you get a proper reproduction in your head of what's going on. But anyway, it gets the job done, and done rather well. So I'm happy. I'm going to put this thing at a 4.5 out of 5. I have to keep it there. It has to lose a half a point somewhere. It's not perfect. Now, one thing you'll find about Taylor guitars, I don't know for sure if it's on all their guitars, probably is though. When it comes to disassembly for a neck reset, this is going to be your best bang for the buck. There's like a couple of bolts to undo, and the neck just comes right off. That's it. So you can do a neck reset on this thing in like an hour, basically. Whereas acoustic guitars that don't come apart so easily, that's very tedious, very delicate work, and very pricey. With the Taylor system, they have shims that can be dropped in at the heel area and at the top, and you can recorrect and do a neck reset in no time. Literally, even you could do it yourself at home. It's not a big issue. Not that this thing's going to need one anytime soon, but I'm just saying, you know. And if you did break the headstock on this, you know, because, I mean, stuff can happen, right? You can just, instead of fixing the headstock, you can just buy a whole new neck for, like, not very expensive. And it's already fretted and ready to go. You just drop and bolt and away you go, you know. So very modular in that sense in the long haul, because even a neck repair could cost you a lot of money, you know, if you had to replace the headstock or fix the headstock. So I wouldn't even bother. I would just buy a new neck for it and slap it on and away you go, you know, done. And then maybe fix the broken headstock for a project or something by yourself, and see if you can do it right on your own, right? And then if you do, then you got a spare neck. But yeah, there's nothing like a tailor in my books anymore. So 4.5 out of 5. It's where I sit with it. I think even the $1,200 price tag is definitely well worth the money. They do go on sale from time to time, so you can save some money. I don't know how much the sales really go for. It depends on the model. Sometimes you get $200 or $300 off on a model. Sometimes it's $100 off. Even at $100 off, that's a great deal. You know, right now it's full retail, so no sale right now at Long and McQuaid. But you never know; you might find one on sale somewhere. But I definitely wouldn't be afraid of Taylor guitars. That's for sure. Even these Mexican ones, these things are really well made and well put together. I really do have to say that. They are very nicely done. So, anyways, that's what I got for you. That's what I think about it. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, these things are like at least 6 months old now. They've got a lot of mean hours on them. Lots of throb there. Very well balanced out sound. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll be sure to catch you on the next one. See ya.